purpose of this recording is to demonstrate how to take an apprentice through the gateway using iLearner when they are going to be undertaking an ICQ endpoint assessment. So the first thing that you'll need to do is to log into the ICQ website at icanqualify.net. Now, the first part of this process will be for the assessor to log in. They are required to sign off the apprenticeship standard to 100% in order to satisfy the first item of the pre-gateway checklist. So I'm logging in as the assessor. I'm then going to go to manage learners or manage apprentices. The menu options are different depending on how you are set up on our system. Once you've gone to manage learners or apprentices, select the apprentice that you wish to manage and hit the manage button next to their username. This will then take you to their portfolio, and bearing in mind that you're logged in as the assessor at this stage. Hit the evidence portfolio button across the top and then opt to add new evidence or testimony. We're going to call this completion evidence. And then send mail. There's no need at this stage to attach anything to the system. Once that mail has been sent or that item's been saved within the portfolio, you bounce back to the view portfolio option, and if you click the mail ID number to the left of the screen, you are then given a number of options. Opt to assess it, and you will need to put 100% into each of the boxes for the knowledge, skills and behaviours, or in this case, know it, live it and show it. You can do this easily by using the keyboard shortcut of Shift and 0. And if you keep your finger on Shift and keep pressing 0, 100% will be bounced into each of these boxes. Once you've done this, select an assessment method, and for this I'm going to select Other, because the evidence for this person will be kept in another electronic portfolio or another place within the training provider. There's no need to add any comments to this box. All you need to do there is save your assessment. Once you've done that, you can close the window that you're in. If you go back to the pre-gateway or go to the pre-gateway, you will note that the travel consultant standard in this case is signed off to 100%. The idea of this video is to show you the process, and therefore it doesn't particularly matter which apprenticeship standard we're looking at, you will be following the same process. What you may notice is from number 4 down, the pre-gateway items may differ, and that is specifically dependent on that apprenticeship standard and the pre-gateway requirements of that standard. So as the assessor, I can upload all of the items to the pre-gateway. However, if I do this, there is a requirement that the centre administrator signs them off. So if, as the assessor, I want to upload the items, we're going to look at the literacy requirement. Opt to browse, find the evidence on your system that you want. So we're going to Functional Skills English certificate there, and then update and upload. Obviously, you can see there if you have done the wrong thing, you've put the wrong attachment there, you can check the box and delete it, which I'm not going to do, but you can do that. And as the assessor, you could go through and you could upload all of the different items that you can see up to number 6 on this checklist. What we're going to do for the sake of this video now is go to being a centre administrator and finish the job there, because I should also point out that this is a job that may be shared between the assessor and the centre administrator. But as I mentioned earlier, bear in mind that as the centre administrator, you are required to sign these things off as complete. So I'm closing the apprentices portfolio. I'm now logging in as a centre administrator. I'm going to go back and I'm going to find the person that I want to take through the gateway. So again, I'm going back to manage learners. I'm then going to find the person that I want to take through the gateway, hit the manage button next to their name. I'm then going to go to the pre-gateway. And as we can see, the standard there signed off to 100%, which is what we've just done as the assessor. Option 2 there, the English, has been uploaded by the assessor. So I can open this up and check it. I can then tell the system that I'm quite happy and it's complete. So tick the box for yes, this is now complete, update and upload. As the centre administrator, I can see that there's nothing in the rest of the boxes, therefore assuming that I'm required to add the evidence to the rest of the boxes. Therefore, I'm going to browse and I'm going to upload each of the items to the box in question. So I've got a PLR report for maths, which is perfectly acceptable. I'm going to say it's complete because I'm uploading it as one, as a complete item. I know what's in that file, and update and upload. I'm then going to upload the My Journey template. So the referencing form, we'll probably expect the evidence for My Journey or Showcase or Portfolio to be put in the evidence portfolio rather than here. Again, telling the system that it's complete and update and upload. Reasonable adjustments and special considerations, I would put a note in the box, acknowledge if there isn't any reasonable adjustments and special considerations, but bear in mind that if there is, you will need to make sure that you're uploading the relevant evidence with that, and that will be the ICQ reasonable adjustment special consideration request form, and also any specific details, educational health care plan, and so on. For this apprentice, we're going to say that there isn't any. Again, tell the system that it's complete, update and upload. And then last but not least, an employer brief is required for this standard. So I would take a look at for that on my computer, open up the employer brief. Again, tell the system that it's complete, update and upload. All of the pre-gateway items must be satisfied before the gateway page will open up. And if you click the gateway page before all of the pre-gateway items have been satisfied, you will find that you just bounced back to this pre-gateway page. But a good check is you've got a green tick in each of the boxes, in each of the circles towards the right-hand side of the screen. So that's a good indicator that we have satisfied pre-gateway. So I'm going to gateway now, and provided pre-gateway has been met, we can create the gateway meeting details for this apprentice. When we're creating the gateway details, we are required to put a telephone number and an email address for each of the individuals. Now, as I'm doing this, I will say that you must complete both boxes and click update. If any of the information is already in the system, so we've already got the manager's details, that will be pre-populated. If not, you will be required to go through and put all of the details in. And as you've put each one in, click update. Obviously, we wouldn't expect it to be the same email address for everybody. For the sake of demonstration, I'm using my own email address. We do require the trainer's details here, although it is worth pointing out that we do not require the trainer to be present at any of the planning meeting for endpoint assessment or any of the endpoint assessment components, unless otherwise stated within the assessment plan. We have then got to tell the system the date of the gateway meeting. That must be either today or a day in the past. If you put a future date, the gateway will not open up for you to fully complete. So I will put the date in there. the location of the meeting. I'm going to say it was a remote meeting, but if it was obviously wherever it was, tell us where it was, and then update. You're then asked the crucial question, is the apprentice ready? Have you had that meeting? Has everybody agreed? If so, click the ready button and record the outcome of the meeting. Once that's saved, you will note that you're asked for 3 potential dates for the planning meeting. We ask for a week's notice for these dates, and this should be discussed with the apprentice. So what dates will you be available a week from today? You can then choose the dates on the calendar, and once you've chosen the 3 dates, click OK, all done. We then ask you where you intend for endpoint assessment to take place. Please do tell us in this box what you require. If it's a remote assessment, tell us it's remote. If you require it at a building in a city or a town, give us the address. For the sake of this today, I'm going to put remote there and hit choose. We're then asked when the apprentice works. Are they days? Are they evenings? Are they nights? This is just to build up the picture for us in order that the IQA for the apprenticeship standard can allocate this apprentice to the most appropriate assessor. So using the drop-down boxes, select each of the options, hit the choose button, and then just move through and change that. We also ask if any PPE is required, obviously, for face-to-face assessments. If we're going on site or something like that, we might need to know this. Once you've done all of that, and you've selected all of the different requirements from the bottom of the page, you will notice EPA remote or face-to-face. That box there can only be changed by personnel at ICQ. Therefore, you tell us at the top there what you want. We will change this as we receive the allocation after we've done our first checks and balances. From here on in, this apprentice has now been registered with ICQ for endpoint assessment and will be allocated to an assessor within 48 hours.